Hi everybody, welcome. Thank you for tuning in on a Wednesday. If you're watching this live, if you're watching the replay, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate everyone. It's a beautiful sunny evening in San Antonio, Texas. My little electronic friend just told me it's 100 degrees outside. I'm kind of excited because I think next week sometime we're going to hit the 90s, which will be lovely. Looking forward to kind of starting our nicer part of the summer, which will last. I think October is my favorite month here, and it'll be 80s in October, so that's going to be fabulous. So anyway, thank you for tuning in. I wasn't 100% sure if I was going to go live tonight. I wasn't feeling that well this afternoon, but I think I'm feeling pretty good now, so I'm excited. Hi, Renee. Hi, Lois. Yeah, so last night there was a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator event, which was pretty interesting. So that's why I moved my live to Wednesday this week. So that was fun, and there's going to be bits of it going on for the next 2 weeks, but that's not lives, you know, so it should be fine. But so sorry I had to move my day. So tonight I'm competing with my own show. I have a show that I watch every Wednesday at 7, so it's recorded. I'll watch it later, but I'm happy to be here. Hi, Donna. I'm happy to craft with everybody. I've got a fun set to craft with tonight, finally starting to get into some fall things. And it's been a busy day with Stampin' Up! Today. A lot of new things happening, of course. First and foremost, the new catalog. So that launched today. I placed an order very early this morning with some things and some things that just came out today along with the new catalog. So I'll show you some of those things that I ordered. But first, let me introduce myself. If this is your first time watching, I'm Laura Roderick. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in San Antonio, Texas. I go live usually on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Central Time. And then I post later to my Facebook business page and also to YouTube. So thank you for tuning in. I do a share contest every week. So let's get to that real quick. Hold on, I'm trying to get myself up. I wait every week now till it's too late to pull myself up on Facebook. So let me go to home real quick and find myself. Hold on, sorry. I did it wrong. Okay, good. All right, so I do a share contest every week. If you share my video, I enter you in a contest to win a prize. All you have to do is write shared in the comments, either on Facebook or on YouTube. So this week I was giving away the Scenic Garden stamp set. This is a retired stamp set. And also these retired opal rounds. And the winner for this week was Carol Parisi Di Loretta. So Carol, congratulations. I will get those in the mail to you. Hopefully I'm going to remember this week right away because I just found last week's when I was setting up for my live yesterday that I hadn't sent out. So I'm very sorry that didn't go out right away. I need to put this somewhere where I remember to send it tomorrow. All right, so this week I'm going to give away a couple of things. These are one of my new favorites. These are adhesive-backed star trinkets. These are in the new catalog, and I think they're really beautiful. They're gold. So I'm going to give away a packet of these. And I'm also going to give away this Bright and Beautiful Memories and More card pack. We used this in a class not too long ago, and this is in the annual catalog. So I'm going to give those two things away. All you have to do is share my video. And I appreciate to everyone who shares. That really helps me out a lot. So thank you all for doing that. I'm going to turn my camera down so we can get started. We have a lot to do. All right. Whoa, I tightened that really tight. Okay, let me see how I like it. Okay. All right, so like I said, new catalog launched today, which is exciting. They also had some special releases with it, and this is one of them. It's Designer Series Paper Special Release. I was super excited to be able to order this this morning. There's 5 new paper options that are not in the catalog. This is online exclusives. And let me show you, I did an old-fashioned cut and paste where I really did cut out some pieces and paste them together. But just to give you a little bit up close what they are, silver and gold adhesive-backed glimmer paper, which is going to be so sparkly and pretty. Y'all know I had to get that right. Shining Christmas DSP. Traditions of St. Nick DSP, and this coordinates, you can see the little Santas here, that coordinates with that die set. I think the dies will cut out the designer series paper, so I'm excited about that. This one right here, Delightful Florals, I think this is the one I'm most excited about because this coordinates with the what's the name of that one? Hold on, let me think. I lost it in my brain for a minute. It is Translucent Florals. That's the name of it. And look at these colors. These colors are right up my alley. So, so pretty. So that will coordinate with the die and stamp set. And then we have a tartan foil designer series paper. So I bet that's going to be beautiful too. So 5 new papers you can order. Here's a card that I had made with the translucent florals, so you can kind of see what that set's kind of about. So that's exciting. A couple other things that are started right now. The Christmas Everywhere kit. So that is a Christmas card kit. I love the palm trees, of course. And the number for that is right here. It's $21 for the card kit. So that's kind of fun. I'll show you some other things at the end of the video. I just want to get started on making some cards first. So stick around to the end so I can show you a couple other new things that just came out. All right, this week we're going to be crafting with the Rustic Crate bundle. Okay, here it is right here. We have this stamp set. We have these dies. Here are a couple of the samples in the catalog from Stampin' Up, from things that they've made. Look at this. Have you guys seen this? I just ordered the masks today because I think this looks so pretty with the different colored. It looks like they used blends for the mask and did this background right here. I want to play with that. I can't wait to get that. Okay, so here's the cards we're going to make tonight. We're going to get into fall a little bit, and we're going to do this one here with the pumpkins. We're going to do Good Things Take Time, a little gardening one. And then this Season's Greetings one where we're using the poinsettia stamp set. All right, so let's get started making some cards. Hi, Pam. Hello. Okay, so this is the stamp set. You can see all these fun stamps that are in here and the beautiful sentiments. We're going to use that. And I really like this die set. So there's many different dies. We've got some hardware dies, which I think are fun. This is a little handle, which I didn't use, but I probably could have. I should have. This little hello, which I think is just adorable, which I didn't use on the cards I just showed you, but I think we'll add it to one of the cards tonight. The little gardening gloves, and then these die cut around the stamp sets. And then we're going to make this little box, which I think is really fun too. Make a little crate box with some cardstock. Okay, so the other thing that I'm using for this first card right here is one of the embossing, and this is a trio of embossing folders, and this is the crosshatch embossing folder. So we're going to use that as well. And then the other die set is Countryside Corners dies. If you get the make and takes this week, I've already done the embossing for you and cut out with these dies, so you don't need to have these to make the cards. You just need the Rustic Crate bundle. Okay, so here are our pieces for the first one. We're going to start with Mossy Meadow, one of my favorite greens. And this is our usual. It's just half a sheet of cardstock. So it's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. We're going to do it this way. I have just a piece of basic white, 5 1/4 by 4 for the inside. And then we're just going to add this extra piece of DSP, which I believe is 3/4 of an inch by 5 1/4. Okay, I'm not going to put that on yet because I want to stamp first, and if I mess up the stamp, I'm going to need to turn it over, so I don't want to attach that yet. We'll do that at the end. I did not pull any of my stamp pads tonight, so we'll see if that's going to be a challenge with my camera in the way. We'll see. Okay, so first layer that's going to go on here is going to be, let me put this aside over here, pumpkin pie, and again with the crosshatch. I have kind of more the raised side that I'm going to put down, although they both look nice. Maybe I'll do this one and we'll see which one we like better. Not that there's that huge of a difference, right? It's a very subtle difference between which side you use. So we'll just center this as our first layer on the card, like that. Okay, then I used those dies that I told you, the Countryside Corners, to cut out a piece of gold foil. And then I have this beautiful paper. Now this paper, have you guys seen this paper, this fall paper? It's all about autumn. And so it has a lot of like photograph type papers in different fall things, which are lovely, right? Different things, that'll be fun. My favorite part though is the other side. It's all embossed, like foil embossed, right? So I love foil papers, and some of these patterns are so pretty. Look at how pretty that is. And nice fall colors, just absolutely gorgeous paper. So we took some of the green and cut out the inner layer of this, like that, okay? So let's do some stamping first. So also in your kit, we've got this pecan pie, and I used the die set. Let me grab it and show you again. So there's 2 dies to make this, right? You have this one right here, and then this one right here. So you're gonna put them both face down and put it through your die cutting machine, right? Just like that. And so let me get my pieces out because I've done some pre-cutting for us. And so they're gonna cut out just like this. And look at how nice that texture is. I think that's really pretty. So we're gonna put this together first. Well, let's do some stamping first, and then we'll put it together. So we have that piece there. I have a piece of foil to also do some die cutting. And this time I took this little like brass looking label here and did that. And then just these little gold straps. You could do these leather look too, but I liked them in the gold. So that's what gets die cut out of here. And let me see if I have a couple of those already die cut. I'm gonna have to dig around for a minute. Here's one. And then I just need one more. Hold on, my nails are not helping me. Okay. So we've got those things cut out. Now let's do our stamping. Okay. So let me get out my memento. We're going to do some coloring tonight too. I've got a bunch of blends that we're going to use. And we're going to use this one with the pumpkins. I've done some pre-coloring too, so we don't have to do all of it on the air. So we're just going to stamp that so it looks nice. All right, so the colors I used for this one, I started with some dark Daffodil Delight, and I just did the 2 ears of corn. And I thought about using Lemon Lolly to do lighter, but I think after I did them, I'm like pretty okay with the dark color for that. Okay, so for the flowers then, I did, where's my Cajun Craze? I've got some, that's pumpkin pie, here's some Cajun Craze, and this is the light. So I'm just gonna color in the middle of my flowers. And then I'm just gonna take a little bit and kind of put it right in the middle of the petals. So just to add a little bit of color and interest, let me just go around and just hit it up a little bit with that. And then I'm going to take my light Daffodil Delight and kind of blend that in and color the petals of the flowers. So we'll just go around and do that. And I kind of like the way that blends in and makes it look kind of fallish. It's hard sometimes to determine, okay, what are the leaves? What are the petals? Make sure I get it right. These are all leaves, okay. Or I'm sorry, all petals. I love fall, especially the colors. I love fall colors. There's a bunch of cute fall. There's a leaf set that I think I want to use for next week. I can't wait to play with that set because to me that just is the perfect fall set with the leaves. Okay, so that's it for our flowers. The pumpkin, we're gonna do the pumpkins in pumpkin pie. So I'm just gonna go around and do a little bit of the light on kind of the edges here. I'm sorry, the dark. I'm saying everything opposite tonight. Don't pay attention to anything I say. Because I can't get it together. All right. Uh-oh, dog's barking. Wonder what's going on. Okay. Okay, that's it. All we have left now is the leaves. And so I used Mossy Meadow to kind of coordinate with the Mossy Meadow that we had. Make sure that these are both Mossy Meadow. Okay. And so I'm just gonna do kind of half and half, dark and light for these taller corn. Would you call them leaves or would you call them something else? I'm not sure. Okay, and then I'm just gonna do some dark where the leaf veins are, just like that, and then we'll just fill in the rest real quick with the light. And now I don't have to be too careful with the light because it can blend into the dark. So I can go a little bit faster on that. What is that right there? Would you say that looks like a petal to me of the flower? I got to be careful over here not to get in the yellow. Okay, so it only takes a couple minutes. It's not that much to color these. Whoops, I went over my petal with the green. All right, so that's pretty much it. That's what we're gonna do. The other thing we want to do on this is stamp our For You. And I don't think I die cut this out ahead of time. So, do I cut it out or do I use a pair of scissors? I can think about that for a minute. All right, so I've already die cut this, so we don't have to send that through the machine. That's die cut and ready to go. I'm gonna take a pair of scissors and see what this looks like. When I did it before, I used the die cut and die cut around it. So we'll see. I may just attach it and then die cut the extra going around it. But I don't want to do this end right here because I don't want to cut around that round thing. So let me just cut it off right here before I glue it. Okay. All right, so let's get out some glue and glue a couple things together. Hi, Lisa. All right, so I'm just gonna take a little bit of glue once I get it started. Hold on. And I'm just gonna do the edges. And let me get out my little mat so I don't mess up my surface for once. Whoa. All right, coming out quick now. I don't want that much. Just to hold it, enough to hold it in place. See if we can kind of center that. It kind of almost doesn't fit, but it's designed to fit. Move this over just a tiny bit. Okay, I think that's pretty good. We'll let that dry for a minute. Now let's get this piece together. So this is already pre-folded for you. So we're just gonna fold this in on all the little folds. Okay, and this just goes in a little bit. So we're gonna get a little bit of more of a 3D effect with this. You can see how these two are gonna attach right here. And then this is all just going to attach like this. So I pretty much want this as flat as I can get it, right? So I can glue it. Let me just get my bone folder out just to make it a little bit flatter. And then we'll just add glue to all these little pieces. Okay. Now we're just gonna put this down. It took me, I'm not gonna lie, it took me a few minutes of playing with this to figure out what is this supposed to do? How does it go together? What am I supposed to do with this? It took me a few. So, all right, now I'm gonna get something really heavy and just set it on top for a minute and kind of let that dry for a second. Okay, so let's get this back out here. Let's do what we can while that's drying. And we'll just put this in the middle like this. I'm going to take some ribbon, and this is the other online exclusive. This is that gold and silver trim, which is really pretty. And we're just going to wrap it around a couple times and then just tie a bow. So let's see, 1, 2, just around twice, and enough room to tie a bow. I like gold accents in the fall too, along with the fall colors. I just couldn't help myself but use a little bit of gold, especially, I mean, it coordinates beautifully with this paper, so have to use it. Let me see if I can get this a little bit tighter. Okay. I was trying to get a little bit fallish with my nails yesterday too. And I think they ended up a little Calypso corally, right? Although I think Calypso coral might be a little bit lighter than that, but anyway. All right, so now let me arrange this a little bit so it's, let me put this on this side maybe, like that, get this to come out. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put a little, why am I having trouble? Hold on, where's the little tail of this one? Let's put that on top. Okay, I'm just gonna hold this with a little glue dot right over here to keep it kind of where I want it to be. So let me grab one with my scissors. And just plop it down right here. Okay. All right, that's it. Not as pretty as the first card, but that's okay. It will do just fine. Okay, now that we have the bow done, we can put this on here. Right in the middle. Okay, so let's see how we're doing here. We've got this little piece that just needs a little bit of trimming. Okay, and that's fine. So now you can see that this piece, now that it's glued, it kind of opens a little bit, and it's not like, you know, a perfect, it just gives a little bit of dimension. So it looks, so you can put something in there and it looks like it's kind of sticking out a little bit. Plus you don't want it to come out too far because, I should have pre-folded this part too, because it's a card, right? So you want it to be kind of flat. All right, so I'm just gonna glue this in right here. Add a little bit of seal and just stick that in our cute little crate. Now at this point too, if you wanted to use the handle, this is, you know, they had that little handle die cut, and I cut one out, but I didn't use it. So you could put it on here if you wanted to. Okay, I didn't use it. All right, now let's just glue on our other pieces. We'll glue this on right to the front right here. And then I'm just going to take these little pieces and just a couple of dots of glue here. And then make sure I have them angled correctly to go in 2 different places. Let's put this one right here. And a little bit more. I mean, they're tiny and a little bit hard to work with, right? But I think they make a nice accent, so gotta do it. Now, I did find last time that this one seemed a little bit long too, so I think I did just cut it off just a tiny bit at the bottom. Okay, now we can put this down. right in the middle. Look what I did. Hold on, let me fix this. Okay, that's going to dry clear, so I'm not too worried about it. All right, look at, I'm getting glue everywhere. See, that's why they shouldn't let me play with glue. Let me just get a little baby wipe and wipe some of that glue off of there. Okay, let's take some of the sparkle gems. These are the ones that we used in the space class. And we're going to use a couple of the gold ones. They're like gold and silver and black. So let me find my take your pick. And thanks, Donna. We will just put a couple of these beautiful sparkle gems. I love anything glitter, just to dress that up. So for the inside, put that aside. That is our outside. Let's get the inside done. And this sentiment I think is really beautiful. Every day with you is better. So let me get my Mossy Meadow out, and we're just going to stamp that on the inside of the card. And then we'll go ahead and attach our other piece of a little DSP strip to the bottom and put it on the inside of our card. And then we have just a nice cute little fall card. I only did 3 cards this week because I knew the coloring was going to take a long time. All right, there we go. My first fall card of the year, I think. Okay, next we're going to do this one. And this is, I did Good Things Take Time on that one. So I also used on this one, I got out my Stylish Shapes dies and I used a couple of the squares and then the label, this bigger, fatter label down here. Use that. So here's our pieces for this. Okay, so this one I started out with Garden Green. Same measurements as before, 8 1/2, 5 1/2, square to 4 1/4. This one is also going to go this way, 5 1/4 by 4 basic white, and then I have this extra little strip of Designer Series paper that we're going to put on this side this time. All right, let me put my toys away. Okay, so our next layer is going to be this beautiful DSP, and this is actually a Christmas paper. I am in love with this. It's just the colors are so pretty. So let me show you this paper. This is Joy of Christmas Designer Series paper. And look at how pretty this is. I love, 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 like the holly. It's got a little, I don't know, evergreen and the berries. This one has white poinsettias and red ones. This paper is absolutely gorgeous. I like the plaids in it. Lots of nice colors. And then the other side, look at this. So pretty. The other side is just as good too. Let me pull it out of here. Because you've got some, who doesn't need more of like this just plain color texture. And then you've got a couple of musical note ones. This is upside down. I love the musical notes at Christmas. That's going to be fun to play with. And then another red. And then we've got a couple of these wood grains. So what a nice versatile pack of paper. I think I'm going to be using the heck out of that paper for all kinds of projects. Okay, so this is what we're going to stamp on. We're also going to stamp the label, and then we're going to cut this one to go inside that one. Pieces for stamping and die cutting. Crumb cake, we're going to stamp pecan pie on crumb cake. And then I have a couple, here's that same, from the same paper pack. And we're wait, what am I doing with this? I'm die cutting the gloves out of this, okay? And I'll show you when we get to that, how to do that. This is a different paper, so let me show you that too. Last pack of paper for tonight. This one I got out of Garden Walk Designer Series paper, and this is a fun paper too. Lots of fun designs, flowers, nice colors. Another great pack of paper to make stuff with. So I just use this, which is like a garden green. So I cut with the Stylish Shapes dies, a basic white, and then the next size in that Designer Series paper, and that's going to kind of be our backdrop for that. Okay, little bit of stamping. Let's get going on that. Now this one, I won't color the whole thing for you. I'm just going to basically tell you there's no fancy coloring with this. We're just filling in these little teeny tiny leaves with our blends. Okay, so we've got that. We're going to take some garden green and do our sentiment with good things take time. So that one's going to go right here in the middle of that. And then we're going to cut that a little bit. Okay, and then this one, Stamping in Pecan Pie. So from looking out, all my stamp pads are not behind. So I'm not having to move anything to get to my stamp pads, which is good, like the camera. Okay, so let me find, this is like, just like a front crate stamp. Doing that in Pecan Pie, just on the crumb cake like that. Easy breezy, right? Die cutting with the die cut. And let me get pieces out for that one. So here it is, already die cut out. So we've got that ready. Now, when you do the gloves, let me get the gloves so I can show you. It comes so you can cut out 2 at once, right? But when you cut them out, they're like 2 lefts, right? Both sides are like the left hand. So I cut them out once, and then I flipped it over and cut them out the other side so I could have 2 opposite ones. I mean, or you could just layer them if you like them the same. It doesn't matter. But I gave you enough of this so that you could cut them twice. Okay. So let's get out the gloves. So let's see. This one, you can see, so there's a pair that way. But if you wanted to do them, I guess you could just do them like that together too. It's up to you, however you want to do them. But we've got a couple of gloves. On this one, I just did the solid brass plate. So you can do that, or you can do this one again if you think you would like that one better on it. Maybe we'll do that one this time to mix it up a little bit. Okay, so on this is what I did. I started with Granny Apple Green and did these right here. And again, I just took this is the only one I really shaded for. I took the dark. I need Granny Apple Green again, because that one's not working that good. I've been going through blends a lot lately because I do a lot of coloring. And then these leaves also right here are Granny Apple. And so I just did the same thing we did before, and then I'm just going in and just blending in and coloring the rest. So Granny Apple Green for this one. I kind of wanted to do different colors on the other ones. Okay, so I won't color the whole thing, but let me just do this so you can kind of see where some of the leaves are lying. Okay, so that one goes like that. Okay, then this one right here, the one next to it, I took dark shaded spruce, and I used the tip end because these are very teeny tiny little leaves to color, right? And there's a lot of them. And that one, there's branches, you can see there's a lot of branches in between, right? So I did that in the shaded spruce. And then the last 2 I did in Old Olive. That's Mossy Meadow. Where's my Old Olive? Let's see. Granny Apple. Here we go. I used the light Old Olive. So then I just, again, very small, had to color all these. Right? On this side. Then I went to this side and I did the same thing. I did Old Olive over here on both sides. So we have a nice little variation of greens in this. Okay? So this is what it looks like when it's done. Again, I die cut it. We have a little piece still in there. So that's die cut out and ready to use. Put these things away. Okay. All right. Do we have all our parts? I feel like we do. Let's start putting together. What did I do with my piece of DSP? Did I put it away? Hold on. How could I lose a whole piece of paper? That seems strange, right? To lose a whole piece of paper? Hold on. Okay, I've got more where that came from. It's probably right in front of my face and I can't see it, right? Okay, so here's another piece of that. So we're just gonna put this down. And I'm gonna do a strip here and a strip here because before I put this whole thing down, I wanna wrap some ribbon around it. And you can see I'm kind of doing it 2/3 of the way down right here. And I'm using this ribbon right here, which it's a herringbone ribbon, and it's white, but it's a little bit off-white, okay? But it's mostly whitish. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut a strip big enough to go around the card and put it around that layer. So, okay. So I'm gonna want it right about here. So let me do it here, make it a little bit tight. I think I might be a little bit low. Let me go a little bit higher with this. Let's see, maybe right here. Make sure it's straight on both sides. Make sure this is pulled a little bit tight and make sure that I've got it lined up straight. Okay, now we can go ahead and put it down. Okay, first layer like that. Okay, putting the green on top of the white. I'm still perplexed. Where did I have a whole piece of paper? So silly. Okay, then we're gonna pop this one up with some dimensionals. It's almost time in San Antonio, well, it is time right now, to plant your garden again. So we plant gardens 2 times a year in San Antonio because in the summer it's too hot. So you plant like the end of February, March, and you plant your first set of garden, your tomatoes, everything. And then you harvest before all the hot weather, like in June. And now we can plant again now and harvest in December. So it's time to plant the garden. Okay, this will go right here. I think this is the first year I didn't plant a garden this year. Okay, this one, I guess it doesn't matter. We're gonna put it like that, pop it up. But I love fresh tomatoes, so good. So maybe I'll plant some tomatoes. All right, let's put our other little piece down. Let me get my little tweezers to hold this and try and avoid getting glue all over my hands. Did you guys have a garden this year? What kind of things do you guys like to grow in your garden? I used to grow a whole lot more in Chicago than I do here. Here I've basically just done like the basics, like tomatoes and a lot of herbs, and cucumbers didn't do as well here as they did in Chicago. Probably not enough water, I don't know. Okay, now we're gonna take our stamped image. Look at this, is not Stampin' Up ink. This is when I changed my printer cartridge today. That was messy. All right, I'm just gonna take a little paper trimmer and just cut off the edge of this on both sides. So it'll go right in the middle. Make sure that's straight. And then just set it right in the middle like this. So we just have like a little green border. Okay, let's pop that up too. Right here. Leave a little bit of a space. Now let's get out our little garden gloves. And we're gonna need some mini dimensionals for these because they're kind of small. Now, I did them like this, but should I have done them like this? or like this. I think we'll keep them like this. All right, so I'm going to add a little bit of glue here, and then a little mini dimensional right about here to keep it nice and flat and even. And we'll put our first little gardening glove there. All right, we're going to do the same thing for this one, but we're going to need a couple of dimensionals stacked because this is so much higher. So let me get 2 of them stacked together. You get a little bit of height on that, and we'll add a little bit of glue to this side, and we'll just put it like that. Okay, that's it. Now let's add some embellishments. This time, have you guys seen these? These are the adhesive backed speckled dots. And you can't see real well with these. They're nice fall colors, but look at the green especially. I don't know if you can see, like there's glitter in those little dots, like green glitter. It's really, really pretty. So we'll just take 3 of those and just pop them on. See if we can get them straight in a row. I think they coordinate nicely with the greens. Okay. All right, that's it for the outside. The inside, very simple. I didn't put a greeting on the inside. So you could put a greeting, you could just write whatever you'd like to say. So really versatile set, right? You can do fall, you can do, you know, a card like this for gardening, and then we're gonna do a Christmas card next with the same set. So kind of a fun set to play with. All right, so this one we have kind of the open brass hardware, and this one we have the closed. I think I actually do like the closed better. What do you guys think? All right, card number 2, all finished. All right, let's see. Lisa's asking how long we've been in Texas. I've been in Texas for 11 years now. Okay, you guys, for this next card, the only other thing, we're going to use the stylish shapes again for the circle. You can see the other things that we're using from the stamp set. And then I took a greeting from Christmas Classics. This is a new set. The Season's Greetings is the greeting we're going to use from this set right here. You could use any greeting that you want to make your Christmas card. I'm sure you guys have Christmas greetings aplenty, correct? Even if it's not this stamp set. All right, so this time we're using Shaded Spruce. I do not use this color very often. Thank you, guys. All right, so same as before, 8.5, 5.5, 1/4, 4/4. This is Shaded Spruce. I also have this piece that we're going to do some embossing on, and this piece is 4 1/4 by 1 inch. Some more of that Christmas DSP. Look at those cute little notes. So we're going to use this red plaid, and that's going to be this layer right here. Let's just put it on while we got it in our hands. All right. Okay, another piece of pecan pie to cut another crate out. So we're going to assemble another one of those crates, just like that. Another little piece of gold to cut out hardware. Here is that stylish shaped circle that I talked about. And then this is going to be for our stamping. So let's do that first. I need to get a drink. Hold on a second. Water, so good. Okay, let's use our other stamp, which is going to be the poinsettia one. So on this one, I'm stamping it twice. So I'm going to stamp kind of up here first, and then I'm going to stamp it again because I want to just cut out a second poinsettia right out of that. Okay, so I have, we're doing a little bit of layering in the basket this time. Okay, so we've got that. I think we're done with the black for tonight, the memento. All right, let's assemble this because it's going to take a minute for it to dry. So let's get out the glue and fold this again. Okay. Make sure that's kind of flat. Now, if you didn't like it sticking up like this too, I think you could just cut those off and just have this in the background and this in front and just put the flowers in between if you wanted to. But I kind of like the little bit of dimension that it adds. It's kind of clever, I think, the way they did it. Okay, stay. That aside to dry. Okay, so for coloring, really easy. All I used was the shaded spruce to do the leaves. I used cherry cobbler, light and dark, to do the flowers. And then I used a little bit of Daffodil Delight in the middle to color those. So I won't color those in front of you. So here is one that I've already colored and die cut out. So that one's ready to go. Now, excuse me, you can see on this one how I just cut out this flower right here. So I just colored the one flower and then I fussy cut it just with a pair of scissors, and it's just back and forth, not too hard. But I cut it real close to the black edge, and you can see I've got a little bit of white. So rather than stress out about that, I'm just going to take, you can take a Stampin' Up marker, you can take one of your black blends, and I'm just going to kind of go around the edges so that white isn't showing, rather than spend a lot of time with the scissors trying to get it perfect. I'm just going to kind of color the edges so you can't really see the white anymore. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. I can still see a little bit. Okay, we're going to call that done. Put that away. Okay, I think we can start layering things up. Oh, you know what? We still have to do our greeting. So let's get out for that. Just Season's Greetings. We're going to emboss, of course, because we want it to be gold. Whoops. My Versamark's at the bottom. So we're going to get some Versamark on there. Center it up. Now with the dark paper, I probably should have used the embossing buddy, but y'all know I always forget. I can't ever remember. But I will remember to use my reverse tweezers to hold this. And then we'll just use a little bit of the gold emboss powder. I'm going to go over one more time because I sometimes like to do that just to make sure. All right. Let me get my brush. Just brush away this little bit right here. Try not to mess it up. Okay. Ready for the heat tool. Let me close this up so I don't melt all this. And hold on to it so I don't burn my fingers. I think I'm going to be doing a lot of embossing with gold for the Christmas season for sure. Okay, good. I think that came out nice. Looks pretty. Uh-oh. Card avalanche. Okay, get rid of some of this mess. All right, now we can start putting everything together. So let us take a little bit of seal. And we're going to put our circle. We're going to leave some room for ribbon right here. So I'm going to put it pretty much off to the side like this. Okay, then let's go ahead and see how this looks. Good. All right, let's put this together and then we'll add our hardware. It looks like I got gold embossing powder everywhere. So just a little seal on this again. And I kind of want to arrange it kind of like that. So it's in like that. And so you can see what was bothering me was looking through the crate right here, and it didn't look right to me. So that's why I decided I need another piece right here. So did I pop that up? I sure did. Let's do that. So right like that. Now you don't have that thing. Now you have some flowers showing through there, which I thought was better. And we'll put this right in the middle of the card. Circle. Right like that. I think that's good. All right, let's add our hardware. And this time I used the one that has the, I don't know, what would you call it? I'm not even sure what you would call these little things, but they're gonna go right on the edge of the crate. This one needs the hole popped out still. Okay. All right, let's get some glue. And I told you guys I was going to use that hello, but apparently I lied because I didn't use it. So we might just pop it onto the card after this, the one that we just finished. Because I thought the hello was so cute, and I thought it would look perfect in the corner of that other card. So we'll go back to that. Hopefully I'll remember 3 minutes from now. Okay. And this one right on the edge too, just like that. Okay, so that just needs to dry. All right, so we can go ahead and put our embellishments on. And this time I'm using the Neutrals Adhesive Back Sequins. And it looks like there's a white, a silver, a brown, and a gold. So we're gonna use a copper. Copper and brown are here, and then silver and gold are there. So let's just take some of our gold ones and just put them here. More pretty gold, right? Okay, let's do our ribbon next. I didn't do the inside of this card, but you could, if you wanted to, again, take one of your beautiful greetings from Christmas. And what did I get on there? I'm not sure what I got on there, but let's see if I can fix that up with a sand eraser. Get that off of there. We may end up needing another sequin. We'll see. Okay, more gold ribbon. Again, we're just going to wind this around twice. So let me get enough to tie my bow. It's easier if I unhook it from this spool, but I'm not sure how long to make it, so. Okay, we're going to tie first and arrange later. I love a gold ribbon at Christmas. So, so pretty, and this is a good one. Whoops, come out a little bit. Okay, let's just trim that off. Like that. And then we can kind of open it and arrange it however we want. Let me do it this way a little bit so I can move it easily. It's stuck. There we go. So however wide or narrow you want to make it on your card, up to you. And then again, if you want to use a glue dot, once you get it where you want it to kind of hold it in place, you can just slip a little glue dot under there if you would like to. Okay, I didn't pop this up on the card, but I think I'm going to this time for sure. So let's put that up. Where's my dimensionals? Let's do 4. This might be my first Christmas card of the season as well. Okay, that's it. Do we need something to cover that up? We just might. Let's put a little sequin right there. I don't know. Does that look silly? I'm not sure. Okay, did we get all our pieces and parts on this card? I think we did. So that's the 3rd card, you guys. So this other one, I thought let's see, did I cut out the hello right here? So I cut the hello out of the pecan pie just because I saw it and I was like, oh, I didn't use that, but that's so cute. And actually, I'm going to use it on the first card because I thought it would be perfect right here in the corner where it says hello and then for you. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue and then just stick that in the corner because it seemed like the perfect place for it. Right like that. There we go. Hello. Okay, so these are the cards that we made tonight. Right? Oh, you guys, if you want to order the make and takes this week, and I think probably a lot of people are going to place an order this week because of the new catalog, right? So order by Saturday. Here's the host code. Place an order of $35 or more, and I'll send you the make and takes for these 3 cards for free. If you just want to purchase the make and takes, you can do that for $20. Here are the cards that we made tonight. And let me just show you guys a couple of other things. Yeah, you guys are saying you have more Christmas stuff. Yes, we all have so much Christmas stuff, don't we? But it's fun once you get in the spirit and start playing. Okay, if you want the project and measurement sheet, email me. I'll send it to you via email. Or if you're subscribed to my email list, you will get that. I don't know where the second page is. It's somewhere in here. Oh, here it is, right here. Okay. Here's another cute thing that I ordered this morning, just a little branded item. I don't know if you can see at the bottom of the camera, but these little cups kind of sticking with the system from one, not system, what am I trying to say? One of the sets matches nicely to this mug, and it's a set of 2 Stampin' Up! Mugs that you can order. October 7th is National, I think it's called National Card Making Day, World Card Making Day, okay? So you can register for that. It's open to everybody, demonstrators, customers, everybody. This is the card making supply list for the cards that they're going to make with everybody that day. Circle sayings, earth and textures. I don't have this one yet. And this just came out today. This is kind of a surprise because I don't think it was really advertised that well except on here. So this heartfelt hexagon, and you can get it in the bundle with this punch. So I might go back and place another order tonight because I want this set. I think it's really cute, and I like that punch. It's a nice shape. So I didn't find out about that till later today. Here it is, 162889. If you want to get the heartfelt hexagon bundle, that's kind of a cool thing. If you want to participate in World Card Making Day, Paper Pumpkin till the 10th. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous set this time. And then you can also get the journal. I haven't seen that it was on back order. I don't know that it was on back order. But anyway, it's a beautiful journal. I got one. I'm going to take it to work and use it at work for my notes at work. And beautiful gold stickers right up my alley, right? Lined pages. A really nice journal. This one's $15 that you can get as an add-on to your Paper Pumpkin. This month's last thing before we go, just to tell you that this month's September Sweet Stampin' Friends tutorial, you'll also get this free if you order $35 or more in my store. And what we did this month was everybody did something with watercolor. So these are all watercolor techniques. You get all the different instructions for every card. and how they watercolored really beautiful cards in here this month. This is the card that I did for the tutorial, my card here. So you'll get that free too with an order. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. It was fun stamping with you guys. Oh, it was sold out today. Okay, Renee, good to know. I was wondering how they advertised that, because I looked for it and I figured maybe the only way I was going to have to go in and like pretend to place an order to see if it was on back order. But you guys, thanks for joining. I hope you have a good rest of the week. I'll see you guys back next Tuesday. I think we'll do some more fun fall stuff. And then the week after, it's going to be time for the fourth quarter calendar card class. So looking forward to that. That's going to be fun too. All right. Bye, everybody. Thank you.